Hi, my name is Michael, and I just began my journey in cancer diagnostics research, which is an area of research that I'm deeply passionate about. And what I've learned already is that research isn't just about experiments or collecting data. It's actually a journey of passion, perseverance, and discovery that allows a student to grow both academically and personally. And so for this project, I wanted to dive deeper into what research means at different stages of a student's academic career. So I focus on the sciences, particularly in chemistry and mechanical engineering. And I explored the experiences of both undergraduate and graduate students. So through these interviews and discussions, I've discovered how research can shape individuals, teaching them about responsibility, problem solving, and management skills beyond the lab. And whether you're just starting out like me or much further along, research is driven by passion for discovery and the desire to make an impact. I'm excited to share these insights with you and hope that they inspire your own journey. And then I will also be inputting my own deeper insights and opinions later in this video about my journey in research so far. Minhao Liu is a graduate student doing research under the chemistry department where he is researching analytical chemistry. Lance Baker is an undergraduate student doing research under the mechanical engineering department where he is researching 3D modeling for mechanical parts and designs. Between these two students, I'll be asking questions that are the same yet relative to their academic level or experience. For the first question, I asked why they were inspired to pursue research, and you'll notice that the value of passion is pretty significant in the responses.
So what inspired you to pursue graduate level research and to become a PhD?
Yeah, actually there's a lot of reasons, but the major one is to pursue my interest. Yeah, pursue for more knowledge on the things I'm interested in.
So Lance, what inspired you to pursue undergraduate level research?
So I just kind of had like a passion for understanding 3D modeling and more so wanted to go into research in AutoCAD.
Okay.
Right off the bat, we can infer that passion and aspiration of pursuing one's interests is enough to inspire an individual to be part of research. I then asked if their current responsibilities are significantly different than from the days where they were only focused on working on their grades.
Alright, and then would you say that your current everyday responsibilities are significantly different from your undergraduate days?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
And then would you say that your current everyday responsibilities are significantly different from before you were doing research?
It's definitely puts a lot more on our plate.
Although their answers were very brief, they did confirm that taking up research allows them to become a more responsible student. Finally, I asked if they had any advice to offer to other students that plan on beginning or pursuing their own scientific research journey. And then I want you to pay attention to the difference in the responses and how they highlight their own experiences in research.
If you were to give advice, what advice would you give to undergraduates that are considering graduate research for PhD?
Yeah, I have very good advice. So probably they need to, for undergraduates, they need to do some interns in the lab. That's the best thing. And they may want to put their name on the papers that published by the lab. Yeah. Just put your name in any position, among a bunch of authors, or any positions.
So like any labs like here on campus?
Yes, yeah.
What advice would you give to other undergraduates that are considering doing research right now?
Just don't worry about like how much you're going to be taking on because it will be worth it in the end, and it really isn't too stressful.
Notice how the graduate student offered a very practical and specific answer regarding to what a student should do once they start their scientific research. Whereas the undergraduate student offered a good response, however, the advice itself lacked the specificity of the graduate student's advice. This shows that the cumulative experience of a graduate student in research is a key component in the way they view the world. As my secondary source of research on this topic, I will be summarizing the article, An Exploratory Study of Students with Depression in Undergraduate Research Experience. The article stresses that depression is a significant concern among undergraduates, particularly those underserved and underrepresented in science, yet its relationship with undergraduate research remains understudied. To address this gap, researchers interviewed 35 life sciences undergraduates from 12 research-intensive U.S. universities who self-identified as having depression. The study found that depression influenced students' motivation, creativity, engagement, concentration, and social interactions within research. Additionally, factors such as social connections, failure, support, feedback, and research demands impacted their depression. Based on these findings, the study provides evidence-based recommendations for mentors to foster more inclusive research environments for students with depression. As I mentioned in the beginning of the video, I'm going to give my deeper insight on scientific research as an undergraduate student and what I've learned so far. As of recently, I was accepted into an undergraduate research role for a cancer diagnostics lab. The purpose of this lab is to improve the diagnosis of early onset cancer before it becomes a threat to the individual using point-of-care testing, or POC testing for short. This form of testing allows for a decrease in mortality rate and is meant to be used mainly in rural areas where advanced cancer testing is not available. And so far, I've already acknowledged that being part of this lab is such a great opportunity to gain experience and also fulfills my passion of wanting to make an impact in the medical world. This new opportunity, although exciting, definitely requires a great deal of responsibility both in and out of the lab. And I must know how to maintain my high grades, keep my social networking strong, and fulfill my position in the lab all while I'm a freshman. However, nobody is perfect. There is no guarantee that maintaining every professional aspect of your life will allow you to maintain every personal aspect of your life. And unfortunately, your mental health may get caught and lost in the whirlwind of things to maintain, along with this incredible opportunity. If I'm not careful enough, I may get overwhelmed with my responsibilities, which could impact my mental health, only leading to a cascade of other negative consequences. So, as a final warning to myself and everyone who wants to pursue scientific research, just be prepared with this newfound responsibility, because the longer you stay in research, the more you realize that following your passion was always okay. You just need to have the grit to handle the things that you don't want to.